It is believed to be a loss-making farming business by many in Kenya, but others believe it is a profitable price with a low cost. Today, we ask ourselves, is maize farming in Kenya really profitable? And if yes, by how much? With maize being a staple food for Kenya, most farmers know that when it rains, planting means sowing maize. But is it profitable? In this video, we look at the cost of maize farming in one single acre. We look how many bags of maize you can manage to harvest in a single acre and whether it is a loss-making or profitable, and the return on investment. We shall also look at the payback period. We shall examine this case in two scenarios: a farmer with their own land and a new farmer who decides to lease the land. Either farmer can decide to sell their maize either green, dry, or for silage, especially for fodder. My name is Kelvin Wairimo, an agricultural consultant here at FarmWorks Kenya. FarmWorks Kenya is an agricultural solutions center that offers realistic solutions to the challenges that farmers face on their daily farming business. And if you are new here and you've not managed to subscribe, our request is one: just kindly make sure that you subscribe and also share this with other farmers. We usually tell you that this is the only way that you can help us empower and reach as many farmers as possible. Now, for the case of a normal farmer with own land, it will cost this farmer 6,000 for plowing, 3,000 for harrowing, and making the total cost of a land preparation to 9,000 Kenya shillings. Now, you will also need about 2 tons of manure that will cost you 10,000 shillings, then 10 kilograms of seeds that will cost you 5,000. Then this farmer will also need 2 bags of DAP for 13,000 shillings and also 10,000 shillings extra for the 2 bags of CAN. Now, to control weeds, herbicide will be used, and this will cost the farmer 4,000 shillings. He will also use some insecticide worth 1,000, while labor and other costs will amount to 5,000. Now, this brings the total cost of maize farming in one single acre to 57,000 shillings for a farmer with their own land. Now, a new farmer who decides now to lease the land for the purpose of maize farming, this farmer will incur additional cost of 20,000 for leasing good fertile agricultural land on top of the production cost of 57,000 that was incurred by the farmer with their own land. Now, this brings the total cost of maize farming per acre to 77,000 Kenya shillings for the case of a new farmer leasing the land. Now, let's check the maize farming revenue. How much will you earn after selling your output? Now, both farmers can opt to sell their harvest as green or dry or also fodder. Now, 10 kilograms of maize can produce about 20,000 pieces of green maize. Now, if each is sold at 5 shillings, then the farmer will earn 100,000 shillings. Now, this farmer will also sell the remaining dry maize stocks at 15,000. Now, this makes the total revenue to about 115. Now, this brings a profit of 58,000 if you raise the cost of 57,000, and 38,000 profit for the farmer who leased the land. Now, the same acre of land can manage to produce 10 tons of silage fodder, and if this is sold at 10 shillings per kilogram, the farmer will earn 100,000 Kenya shillings. Now, this gives a profit of 43,000. That is 100,000, you less 57,000, the cost that was incurred. With the farmer with their own land, he will make a profit of 23,000 given that the cost is 77,000. And if the maize is left to dry, the farmer can harvest between 25 and 35 bags depending on the variety. In this case, we shall work with 25 bags. If each 90 kg bag is sold for 3,500 shillings, the farmer will earn 87,500 Kenya shillings. This results in a profit of 30,500. That is 87,500, you less the 57,000 of cost. Now, for the farmer with own land, they make a profit of 10,500, and that's the case for the farmer who leased the land. Now, all these prices are subject to variation with the changing market prices for both inputs and also the harvested maize. Let's now check out the return on investment and also the payback period. First, what is return on investment? Now, return on investment tends to tell you how much profit you make for every shilling you invest. It's like asking, if I put 100 shillings into this business, how much extra money will I get back? Okay, now the formula for calculating return on investment is profit you divide by total investment multiplied by 100. Now, payback period. Payback period tells you how long it takes to get back all the money that you invested. It is like asking how long before I recover my initial investment. Okay? Now, the formula for calculating the payback period is often as investment divided by profit per the period. Now, let's check out the calculations in the case of the different maize farming scenarios. Scenario number 1, the green maize, which seems to be the best offer. Now, a farmer with their own land, he will invest 57,000, then make a profit of 58,000, meaning that the return on investment will be 102%. Now, the payback period on this case, it will be 0.98, meaning one single season. Now, for the farmer who leased the land, the cost of investment is 77,000. The profit is 38,000. Then the return on investment is 49,000, meaning that the payback period is 2 seasons. Okay? Now, let's look on the other scenario, the silage case, or the farmer who decides now to sell as fodder. Now, the investment is still 57,000, the profit is 43,000, and the return on investment is 75%. And the payback period, well, the payback period is about 1.3 seasons, equivalent to 2 seasons, okay? Now, let's look. For the farmer who leased the land, the investment is 77,000, profit is 33,000, and the return on investment is 30%. Well, when it comes to payback period is 3.3 seasons. That's about 13 months, okay? Now, let's look on that scenario where you sell your maize as a dry. No, so farmers with their own land, the investment is 57,000. Profit is 30,500, meaning that the return on investment is 54%. And the payback period is 1.9 seasons, which is almost equivalent to 2 seasons. So, for a farmer who also leased the land and sold their maize dry, the investment is 77,000, profit is 10,500, meaning that the return on investment is 14%, and the payback period is 7.3 seasons. That's about 2.5 years. So, at this point, what do these numbers mean to you as the farmer? 102% return on investment means that for every 100 shillings that you invest in maize farming, you get 102 shillings profit. That is plus your original 100 shillings back. 49% return on investment means for every 100 shillings you invest, you get 49 shillings profit. So any return on investment above 20 to 30% is considered a very good in farming. Now, on the case of payback period, 0.98 seasons means that you will get all your money back in less than 1 season. Actually, it is equivalent to one single season. Okay, 7.3 seasons means it will take about 7 growing seasons to recover your whole investments. And also, shorter payback periods are often better because you get your money back faster. Okay, but farmers, it's always good to know that the prices may keep changing. The prices of inputs, the prices of maize in the market may keep changing, and therefore these may not remain as static as possible. But it's always good, you as a farmer, to make sure that you've maintained as minimal cost as possible. Make sure that in your farming, the cost of production is as least as possible, and also identify your market fast before you get into any of the farming. And if you're a maize farmer out there, kindly share your numbers. How is your maize farming? What maximum profit do you make? How do you maintain minimum cost? How has it been for the few years that you've done it, or for the many years have you done it? What is the future of maize farming? Is it a profitable venture that you really can't tell other farmers to venture it? Thank you, and let me see you on our next video on how you can manage to grow this maize from seed to harvest, and also the best maize variety that you can manage to plant on these October short rains. Thank you, and let me see you then.